Okay, so I've started the recording. Welcome to Monday night. We are wanting to do this special call for you guys every first Monday of the month. And so it is our pleasure to do that and showcase some of our superstars tonight. And before we do that, we're going to just go over a little bit of announcements, but it's going to be a fun time. So I've asked 4 special people to share tonight, and we're going to do some recognition. But really, all of you guys are superstars. We are so thrilled to have you on our team, and you are superstars because you're entrepreneurs. And as Wendy Campbell said, you're like the top 5% who see the vision of having their own business. And so congratulations on that. And you have a lot to be thankful for being introduced to Juice Plus and also this awesome business and community. And so hopefully you counted your blessings over Thanksgiving. Here are some updates before we get started on our recognition and everything. There is 1,200 people in the detox event, and it's going to go for 12 days. So how many more can we get in there? I just added 2 today, and one of my people was telling someone else, I brought it up in the customer group, and she was actually very knowledgeable about it, but she wasn't in the event. So I don't even know how she knew everything, but I was thankful that she was helping. So I put them both in there. And I just put them in there on the pin post and let them do their thing. You know, it doesn't have to be an all-day thing where you're worried about your people, you know. Use the systems. And anyway, take advantage of that detox. People love to jump in on that. Just post something, you know. People love the idea of the drink. It's so easy. People are loving Teamsy. You're probably going to hear that a little bit tonight. And Doug's going to do a training tomorrow night for those people who want to get on there and just dive right in. We did that over the weekend with someone, and it was a lot of fun, and we've been having fun with it ourselves. And then make sure, if you missed this Zoom, to go to missiondrivenmodel.info and look at the Getting Started section. Okay, it's got the social media posts. It's got the one link that you could send a bunch of Juice Plus videos that also have the Omega and the Tower Garden. And then there's a little guide that you can even print off, and it has the sticky notes. It has the points chart. It has so much. And so that is on the missiondrivenmodel.info. And the Come Join Us incentive, I'm going to have to keep hammering this because this is only going to last till the end of January, where we can sign somebody up, help them get that HLP bonus, and they're going to get a conference ticket also. And the more people that we sign up and we sponsor, we then get $100, I think, and we get tickets to regionals and all kinds of things. So the more HLP bonus people that you help, the better. So if you have an event and say they get on the trio and the shake, which is what I recommend, and they get a couple people to come on along with them and get healthy, then you say, that's it. You just get 2 people to come on along with you, and you're going to get $100 back, and you're going to get your retail profit back. And it's as simple as that. It's really so simple to get those HLPs. So that's the Come Join Us incentive. And there's videos to go along with that on YouTube, which Michelle Fletcher is one of our superstars on those YouTubes. So share those far and wide. And then every second Tuesday of the month, we have the One Simple Change Zoom. So be looking for this flyer. Hopefully you received it somewhere. And you can reuse it. It says second Tuesday of every month, 9 p.m. We're going to be doing that One Simple Change. So moving on to recognition for customers. Now, we do want customers, and we want to fill our funnel with customers, and that is really how a lot of people become team members. You know, 5% might sign up for the business and the product at the same time, but about 10% for if they've been a customer. So we want to get people in as customers. They learn a lot as customers and become distributors. Sometimes people sign up right at the same time. That's what I did. That's what many people have done. Anyway, so it is good to get a lot of customers, but you also want to transition those and introduce the business. Start saying, I naturally started sharing Juice Plus, and just go right into why you started sharing and what has become of it since, and maybe people will also join your team. So here are our top people for customers this month for 6 orders, 7 orders, 8 orders, 9 orders, 10, and then 13. And you could see those names. So congratulations to you guys awesome, awesome job. And then these people all added team in November, and you want to try to get at least one team member every month. And I see the chat's going crazy. I can't see it when I'm sharing my screen so much. So yay, great. I love that you guys are talking to each other. Please do that. And when we have the people on who are going to share, make sure you ask questions also of them while they're sharing, and then I'll make sure I pause between the people, and that way they can answer. But anyway, congratulations to all of you who added team in November, and hopefully you saw the asterisk on Jana Wallace, who added 3, and Cindy Galloway is going to tell us a little bit more about how that happened, and why not? Why not us all add 3 next month, right? So the sky is the limit. Congratulations to those people who added new team. That's always exciting. And then if you see your name here, your special mention tonight, Nicole Field, for traveling an hour to the events down here in South Florida and getting her booty there. But believe it or not, she is able to get people to come to events, I think, probably an hour and a half away. If you live in South Florida and you know how far Homestead is, she had somebody from Homestead yesterday at an event, and that was very far. So congratulations to Nicole for really taking her whole family with her, including her baby, and getting people there. That's amazing. And she's been doing that a lot, especially since conference. And there's a bunch of people that are doing a lot, and we call them fire starters. They're starting fires in a good way, and then not in a bad way. And then Nanette Hill, I love that she has embraced a lot of the things that we've suggested to her. And so she learned the One Simple Change Zoom, which you can find on missiondrivenmodel.info under events, and there's 2 starter events. And she just went ahead and got her own Zoom line, which all of you can. It's free. And she got 4 people on there to listen to her and just did an event. And you guys can all do that. And I just love that she did it. And she said she was scared, but she did it. And so that's the thing, just reach outside your comfort zone and do those types of things. Okay, so first up is Allie. I hope Allie's on here. I didn't look. Allie, can you say hi? Hopefully you're on here. Oh, I probably should look to see if I should unmute. Let's see. Allie, I'm hoping you're on here. Okay. I'm looking. I should probably unshare my screen because I can't see anything. Okay. If you can unmute and you're on here, Allie, that'd be great. I see all of you guys. Okay, I don't think Allie's on here yet. Doug, maybe you can remind Allie. Okay, we're going to go to Jennifer. Jennifer, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Sorry about that. And I'm going to unshare my screen. You can say a little bit about these pictures if you want, and then I'm going to unshare so that everybody can see you big on the screen.
Okay. Well, you picked some awesome pictures. One is from my wedding in June when I married my amazing husband, Chase. And then there's some pictures of us mountain biking. He's got me jumping on my mountain bike, and I'm completely addicted to it. So much fun. We're such adrenaline junkies, and he gets me to do all kinds of crazy stuff that I never thought I would do. And the middle is a picture of me wearing a shirt to raise awareness for childhood cancer. That's what my niece has been battling over the last few months, and so we're all about raising awareness because we don't want anyone else to go through this process. It's not fun. So that's a little bit about those pictures.
Okay, so now I'm going to spotlight you to just make sure that your video comes up. And so share with us what you've been doing and your passion and how everything's just going in your business and flowing, because I know things are really cranking for you. So, and share with the people on here as if they're new, not totally new, but, just share anything you can, any tips or advice or mindset changes, anything like that.
Okay. Well, I had to have a mindset shift myself. I've been a distributor for about 2.5 years, and I have a pretty good story. My cholesterol has gone down over 70 points since I've been on Juice Plus, and it has been an amazing shift in my health. And yet I always had a little bit of the I'm too cool mentality. I didn't want to be a salesperson. I didn't want to come across in a negative light to people, and I was always afraid of what people would think of me. And so that really held me back in my business. And I've utilized Teamsy actually since last April, but I wasn't consistent with it. Teamsy is an awesome tool to help you make sure you are hitting all of your goals every single day and that you're hitting your business, but a tool is only useful if you use it. So over the summer, and admittedly I had a wedding to plan, but still I wasn't consistent, and so I'm just paying for a tool that I didn't even use. And in August, we learned that my niece was diagnosed with bone cancer, and it's been a very tumultuous time. And during this time, I've seen how the medical community doesn't give any store in nutrition, and I know better than that. And so it's kind of lit a fire under me that we cannot leave it up to the medical community to make sure that we are healthy, because they don't always have all the information related to nutrition. They're not trained that way. And so that's actually really lit a fire under me, because I don't want anybody else to go through this. No child should ever have to go through this. No adult should ever have to go through this. And so I just decided at the last conference in October that I was going to utilize Teamsy and that I was going to change the world. And that meant being consistent every single day. So I utilize Teamsy, and if you're familiar with it, and I know Doug is going to have a call tomorrow, but you basically have goals that you set up that you want to achieve every single day. You want to make people's day. You just want to connect with people. Just say hi and get connected with them. And you want to be inviting people. You want to be to different events. You want to talk with your customers. You want to stay connected with your distributors. And so I have these goals set up in Teamsy, and since conference, I've not allowed myself to go a single day without making those goals. So that creates all this activity. And since then, I've gotten more customers and more teammates than I ever have in such a short time. It's only been a little over a month. And so that was a big shift for me, just not allowing myself to say I'm too busy. And then I don't allow people to say it back to me either. It's a mindset. You spend time watching TV, you spend time doing other things, and if you want to, everyone can find 30 minutes to 1 hour to touch their business, and it will make a very, very big impact. And it's a snowball effect. So for me, it was a mindset shift and just not allowing myself to take any days off from Teams. I didn't even take off Thanksgiving. So it doesn't take long.
That's amazing. Well, we are loving Teamsy. And Doug told me to let everybody know that the one he's going to do with people is for anybody who wants to dive in and get started. It's not a sales one. It's like setting it up. So that is so good. And it really doesn't take a lot of time. It's a contact management system. You put your people in there and it pops up just some names for the day, right? And so you just attack it. You just send little notes to people, right, by using that?
I do. And I found that I have to do it first thing in the morning. If I tried to do it in the afternoon, it was something I kind of dreaded throughout the day as I was working. So I get up, I crank out my Teamsy first thing in the morning before I start any other work. I haven't even fully finished my smoothie at that time. And then it's done for the day. And so then I can just respond to people as they respond to me, but I know that I have hit my business that day, and that's already something I have checked off my list. And then I can do my normal job.
What's an example thing that you're sending out in the morning? Like, hello,
well,
or you're sharing your story or your passion, or what is it you're sending out?
Well, the main thing about Teamsy is they're trying to teach you to always be creating relationships. So there's some people that all I'm doing is I'm saying, hey, it's been a long time. How are you doing? And I'm literally just trying to make their day. That's it. And I do it over Facebook Messenger almost exclusively. If I'm in the middle of a shred, I'm going through and I'm texting all of my shred participants, and Teamsy helps me keep track of that because I can tag everybody so I know who's in the shred with me this month. So I just go down the list and make sure I've hit every single one of them and send them the text for the day. So,
nice.
And same thing with distributors. Okay. A lot of times I just like to send them some good trainings or just say hi.
That's great. Yeah, it just helps you to communicate and in a more systematic way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Yeah. What kind of events have you been doing?
Well, we move all the time, so I tend to do all online events.
Okay.
We move every few weeks.
Oh,
so, I really plug into the shreds every month. Of course, we're doing the 12 days of detox. And then I try to get people involved in the Zooms, both the One Simple Change and like the Project Thankful Zoom that we had last month. So I'm always inviting people into that. Now, mind you, I'm inviting after I've already had a conversation with them and I've already connected with them. And then as they bring up things in their life that they're dealing with, that's when I invite them into something. But I have all these conversations going, and it just means I have a whole lot of people that I have the opportunity to invite to. So I'm constantly inviting.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Jennifer. That is
Thanks.
so awesome. And congratulations on your new marriage.
Thank you.
Cute pictures. Okay, so thank you. And did you guys, I was supposed to watch the chat. Did you guys have any questions of Jennifer? Now's the time to put anything on there that you might have a question. We're going to move on. If I don't see any pop up. Okay, I haven't seen it. So while the person's talking, if you have questions, then type in the chat. Okay, guys? Okay, so I'm going to go back to Allie. I see you there, Allie. I'm going to cancel the spotlight on Jennifer. I'm going to spotlight you, but I'm going to share my screen first, Allie. So hold on one second. Because I pulled up some cute pictures of you and your family. And also, I know you have a business that is referenced on here too. So I thought you could tell us a little bit about these pictures. And it doesn't cover everything, I know. But if you want to share with us, about you a little bit, and then we'll go to just spotlighting you as we talk.
Sure. Can you hear me okay, first of all? Because I've been having computer problems. So, okay, so that is my husband. We have been married. January 1st will be 19 years. We got married on the millennium. And those are my two beautiful kids. So my oldest son, Hunter, who's 15, and my daughter, my mini-me, Tyler, she's 10. So they have been one of the primary reasons why I'm always working so hard to stay healthier and promote good health, because I want to be around a long time.
Going in and out on this.
Can you hear me all right? Are we good?
Daughter? Oh, I don't have her.
I see a thumbs up from Jennifer, so thank you.
Okay, good. Keep going. I can hear you.
Yay. Okay. So yeah, they're the loves of my life, and they're what keep me moving and pushing and always wanting to be a better version and see a better version and a better future. And just like the picture you picked underneath that just because you are not sick doesn't mean that you're healthy, is something that I live by and that I love teaching other people, because we all get into that safe comfort zone all the time, that just because I'm not going to the doctor, or I don't have a cough or a cold or some kind of a disease, I'm okay. And I've seen that way too much to realize that it's not the case. So it's become a passion of mine to teach people exactly how to try to be healthy. That's a little bit about me.
And you have Why Wait Wellness. And tell us your background. I'm going to go ahead and unshare the screen so we can see you better.
Okay. So the business was started out of a need for realizing that we are just not very educated people when it comes to our health, and it was a problem. So I had a father who was very sick, and I am the youngest out of 4 kids. There was 6 in my family. But after my dad passed of cancer, I realized that I was totally helpless and had no idea how to help him. And I was too young to know what to do. And so unfortunately he passed away, and I started becoming interested in learning how to, I guess, be healthier. And my mom has had cancer, my brothers had brain cancer, my sister had breast cancer when she turned 40. So it only leaves me and my other brother hanging in there on this side of the coin. So the business basically started with me helping people how to lose weight. And it was in a medical office doing that. And I realized how much I enjoyed doing that. And after having my second child and no more excuse for extra baby weight, then I realized it was a great passion, and I love doing it. From that, I became a personal trainer because I realized how important it was for body movement along with eating right. And they say 80-20 rule, 80% is made in the kitchen, 20% made in the gym. And then from that, I realized that 3/4 of the reason we're in poor health is from the emotional aspects. So I became a certified life coach, and I am now team it all together, and we do what's called wellness coaching. So it's a little bit of all three subjects. So that's what Why Wait Wellness is, because we just simply said, why are we waiting to do something? Thus the name was born.
That is so cute. I love it. I love that you're on our team, and that you're doing that, and that you have such a passion for sharing and wellness, and a lot of us do too. Okay, so tell us about your mindset change, because you've been on our team for a while, but something happened in the last, especially this month. So Allie just made, we believe, because we believe all the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed, as of like 5 something tonight. We believe she made 2,000 plus just in this last month. Like, I looked at the list and there was like different person, and even on multiple products. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think Allie just restarted herself and she could be 2,000 plus. And here she is. And it happened today. So I'm so excited for you. And so there was like this whole mindset change, or she just kind of figured out how to systemize with what she was doing, which I know that that's what you said happened, but I have a feeling it might have been both. So tell us what happened.
I think, a lot of it is being afraid. I think for me, it was being afraid to be selling to people. And in my line of work, I'm so used to coaching people on good health that sometimes you get scared to offer something because you don't want to feel like it's just one more thing you're trying to sell someone, especially in, health and wellness industry has boomed in the last few years, and there's a product that you can't be inundated with. You go on Facebook and you just see all these things catered to you. So I think I became very afraid of being that person to everyone, which was, oh, you're going to sell me something else, or what now? When I realized, I think it was that month we were talking about alkalinity and acidity in the body and how important fruits and vegetables were in maintaining that pH balance. I just realized that every single one of my clients, the one thing that they would lack in their diet, they could eat protein, they could eat carbs, they had no problem grabbing that, but the one thing they were constantly missing was getting in those vegetables or those fruits because they just didn't have time. We're a real unique community because it's something we're interested in, but they're not. I mean, they want to learn, but they don't know how. So I think, I'm not sure which, maybe it was Kristen, maybe it was you, Sharon, I don't know. Somebody was just like, you're the expert. They want to hear what you have to say. You're the one that's been involved in this. And that's true for anyone who's doing this, that you really are, because you're so involved. It's not that you're an expert, you're just further in the journey than someone else. And that's what we're doing. We're sharing the journey, and that does make you more credible. So one thing I started doing that was really helpful, because I know I am a research fanatic, and I think I shared with you, Sharon, that I took the studies, because that's really what makes Juice Plus so credible over so many other, things that are out there. I took all the studies that were going on and I attached it to a package of the Pocket Pals. And so I gave them a sample, because my big thing was, especially when I have weight loss clients, everybody wants to cheat and they want to have something at the end of the night, or that sweet treat. And so I started telling them I was getting my gummies in at the end of the night. I look forward to it. So I let them try it too, as a way to have their little treat at the end of the night, plus all the research behind it. And almost everyone that you're going to talk to has somebody, or even themselves, that have some kind of inflammatory state or a chronic disease state that could benefit from it. And I just gave them an easy solution. I just told them it's like the Staples easy button. It cannot get any easier than just taking gummies. If my kid can do it and love it and ask for it, there's no reason that we can't. And, I realized they just started believing you. You know, I was passionate about it, not in a selling thing. I showed them what it is. This is what I do. This is what I believe in. And they trust you. If you're not a person who's selling 20 different things, then they're going to trust, you know, what you're saying and what you're doing. And that was really the big thing for me, was just sampling it out for them to taste it, because the taste alone sold them. And then just giving them the research so they could see all these credible universities on their own and know that this isn't just something that's here today and what we call fad dieting, you know, that you're not here today and gone tomorrow, that this is something that's been around for a really long time. So that's been my biggest mindset change.
Awesome. And if anybody has any questions for Allie, please post them. So I noticed that you're not just getting them on one product though. What is it you're usually getting them?
A lot of them love the gummies. I'm not gonna lie. My people are gummy people. Like, the gummies are just awesome. So I can't talk enough about that. I like them. So they tend to go with what I like. You know, omegas are something new that we're trying out. It's something that, again, you know, I love the idea that it's plant-based, that you're going straight to the nutritional source of the fish. I think that's awesome, because most people complain about the fishy taste in a regular omega. So that's been a big thing. I just think it's assessing what your client needs. Like, I think Jennifer was mentioning about having those relationships with people, and that's really what it is. It's all relationship based, and listening to them and what their needs are, and maybe kind of seeing where their deficiency is so that I have a solution for them. Because not, you know, some people come in with a lot of inflammation, so I try to gear them more towards the vineyard, versus, you know, some of them just need that pairing, that their diet is not quite where it needs to be, and that's where the garden and orchard blend comes in. And so we're slowly starting to get into, I have someone who just came in the other day, and she's just not in a good place and wanted the overhaul. So we kind of gave her the whole shred plan and gave her a way to just, you know, get back into the swing of things. People just want hope. And if you have something that can even give them a shred of feeling better, it's enough for them to just start with that. And it's not medicine, and it's not something that's going to give them these terrible side effects. And so it's just kind of listening to what they want, I guess, has been my big thing. Just keeping up with them.
Great. Thank you so much. Well, some people say we're hope dealers. So, oh, that's awesome. I love it. And I love, and people probably caught this, that you said it's getting to the nutritional, and I can't think of it now, the nutritional something of the fish. The nutritional source. You're going straight to the algae. Yeah.
So
I think we've worded it differently than that, and I love that. We're getting to the nutritional source of the fish. Yay. Thank you so much, Allie. I appreciate you getting on. And I know you had some trouble there with your computer, and so I thank you for pushing through, because we really wanted to hear all that. Thank you. And so next up is Arlene. I'm going to spotlight your video, and I'm going to share my screen, and you could tell us a little bit about the pictures that we're going to see. Hold on one second. There we go. Okay. And I did not have a lot of time for pictures, but I tried to grab the ones I liked. And so, I mean, there were so many, but tell us about your pictures, and then we'll unshare the screen.
Okay. So I guess I'll start from bottom left for me. That is my husband of 23 years. We've been together for 30 years, been married for 23 years. And so, you know, just the love of my life, my better half. And then on the bottom right, that is us as a family. I have 2 college-age kids. My daughter is 3rd year in college, and my son is 1st year in college. And so I'm pretty much kind of empty nesters. My daughter's on campus at FAU, and our son is still here. But between school, lacrosse, and his social life, he pretty much just comes and goes. And so, and he was also just appointed captain of the FAU lacrosse team. So now I will never see him. So, and then top picture was from our awesome event yesterday here at home, our salad in a jar event, which was just a lot of fun. Just the energy and the vibes in the room just was really great. And the best part of that event was I went outside to talk to a potential customer, and I was talking for, I guess, maybe 10 minutes, and I came back in, and between Michelle and another friend of mine, my entire kitchen and everything was back to brand new. It was all cleaned up. It was the best event. So that's it. And I can't see what it says. Some succeed.
Your picture, I moved my people, so if you can't see it now, you might need to move your people from your screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's just let me
that was just something I grabbed off your wall.
Oh, there it is. Some succeed because they're destined to, but most succeed because they're determined to. So yeah, I guess what's that?
I thought it might be appropriate for tonight.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. I guess that could lead me into my story, I guess, or my mindset shift.
The mindset shift, yes.
Mindset shift. So I wish I could say I have a magical action step that got me where I am this month. I 9 new orders. For those of you that don't know me, I've been doing this business, or I've been in this business for 5 years. I can't say I've been doing this business for 5 years. I've been around the community. I enjoy the community, so you might see me around a lot. You might see me going to conferences. I really just love our community. And so, you know, starting during summer when both my kids were just off, and I just had, it's a different phase in my life now, and I was having more time to do something that I wanted to do, which is this business. And so right before going to conference, I had already made up my mind that I really want to work this business now, not just hang around and let it be the hobby that it has been for me. And so right around September, a friend of mine gave me this calendar. In fact, she's in this group, and it says, you've got this 2018, 2019. Now, this friend had no clue where my mindset was at the time, and she had no clue that I was getting ready to really work this business. So I just opened up the calendar, and I started in October, and I just started filling it in, you know, and of course, conferences in there. And right before going to conference also, I had printed out the 6 SMART months. So I was already preparing myself for this, you know, new working the business phase that I was going into. And I had also printed out the One Simple Change script before going to conference, because I was going to study that, and my intention was to do 1 home event, 1 live event, and then whatever, fill in the gaps wherever. And so anyway, I came back from conference, and I just started filling in. You know, I started filling out the back of this sheet, and you know, my dream team members on this column right here actually have event ideas that I'd like to do. And so, and then these are people that I was having serious conversations with, not just starting conversations with. And so I just came back to work and decided I was gonna work the business. And then Stacy Turner did a training on this, and then this became magical for me. You know, this became like a fun project to start filling in these sticker notes. And I'm not sure if that's how it started out for Stacy, but this is what it turned into for me. I'm like, oh, wow, I started filling in. Then, you know, I realized that I had done the HLP, and then I started just going down. Now, this only has 9 orders on it for this month. My intention was actually 10 this month. I fell short 1, not beating up myself over it. Truth is, if I really wanted to make that 10th order in, I looking back, I could have found time to work it and follow up. So that's pretty much, you know, it. I just decided I was gonna finally work the business again. Nothing magical. I do have to say that 2 things that does have me fire up right now, this does, and Team Z does. For those of you who know me well, I am more of a deep, rich relationship type person. I'm not the go for no type person. And I'm not sure if that's what started shifting in me, and that icky feeling I was getting, just going out and trying to go for no. Oh, what the heck? I'm just going to go for the no anyway. It just wasn't settling well with me. And so this whole idea now of building based on relationship. I've been loving Teamsy. I'm doing the first month free trial. And I did contemplate signing up for it because I was like, oh, it's Thanksgiving, then it's Christmas. Maybe I should wait till January. And I said, oh, I'm just going to go for it. And so I went in and I have to be honest, I didn't work it today. I didn't do Teamsy today, but I have been doing it every single day. And I'm just loving the fact that it's making me reach out to people that I forget to reach out to, and starting conversations. You could have 1,000 friends on Facebook, but if you're only seeing the same 100 or 200 every week or every day, or however the Facebook algorithm works, then it's of no use, out of sight, out of mind. And that's so true for me. And so Teamsy has been popping up names for me, and I'm just reaching out. So that's gotten me really excited about the business now.
I love that. That's wonderful. And you're also starting to move to another side of Florida. So you're starting to develop those relationships and being strategic about that, right?
Right. So we're moving to St. Pete, which is about 30 minutes south of Tampa, where our conference was. So all that was already in my mindset also. Now I'm in Tampa at least once a month prior to, say, September, and at minimum of once a month. And so we have lots of friends and family there, but I was never intentional about that market. I always focused on down south. And so just knowing that I'm going to be heading in that direction now, I started, networking, tapping into my brother's warm market. And, I've already told him, like, okay, this is what we're doing at your house. I'm coming here on this day. We're doing a sell in a jar. We're doing a wine and wellness. And I started friending his friends. And so I even had one of his friends reach out to me on social media asking, when can you move here? Because we need you to inspire us over here. So that's just exciting. And one other thing I want to say, social media posts that I did. I don't know if you can see this post. You can go to my wall.
Hold it up maybe to the camera. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, the leaf with the...
You go to my page and look at this post. It was a long post that started at least 10 conversations. And I think I got probably 3 orders from that post.
So Arlene Joseph, is it public on your wall?
I'm public, yeah. Arlene Prashad Singh Joseph. This is actually, I think it's our Juice Plus photos from corporate, and someone had written a long post, and I copied it.
Turn your brightness down, Doug said.
on my phone?
On your computer, I think. Maybe that's why.
On my computer. Oh, wait, hold on. You don't want to see. Can you see that now?
That's beautiful. Yes. There you go.
Yeah, so that's not my verbiage. That's someone else's. That was just floating.
Everybody, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and so and I do notice that it's not the first time that I post about the capsules or just the capsules in my hand, and I actually do get orders from them.
I know Doug did last month too, so.
Yeah, so I do get orders. The other thing I do with social media is I won't post, so the last salad in a jar party, someone else posted it on my wall. So I didn't go back and repost. Yesterday I posted, about our salad in a jar party. Next one I probably won't, so we just take turns with sideline buddies posting. So it just shows that you're all over the community doing fun stuff, having a good time.
And helping. And you did some Zooms with, or lives with Shake too. That was fun.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Arlene. Okay, we're going to move on. We appreciate it. I don't think there was any chatting. Let's see. Everybody's quiet today. No chatting? Okay, Doug's in there yelling. Thank you. He's in the other room. Okay, so we're going to go to Cindy. Let me just spotlight you. And I've got some pictures for you as well. Let's see. Okay, here we go. These are surprise pictures. I love the camo one. I love the camo one and the hugging of the bottle. Mega bottle.
That was when the Omegas were new. That was fun.
Yeah.
And the camo one, my husband drew out for, he's a hunter, I am not, but he drew out for an oryx. And they're in South New Mexico at White Sands. And it's like a once in a lifetime hunt. So you have to apply for it. If you get it, it's like a trophy hunt. Mm-hmm. So he drew out on that, and he could they have to do background check because it's on a missile range, and he can only invite 3 people to come with him. So he asked me to come, and I said, why not? It was fun. It was a very different experience. Then my husband got really excited after that and says, okay, I'll put you in for the next one. I said, no, I won't shoot one. So don't put me in for one. And then that's my beautiful daughter on her wedding day 2 years ago. She is a veterinarian, and in March she gave birth to my first grandchild. Oh. So that's very exciting. Yeah. And lower, I guess would be my left, is my daughter and her husband John at Christmas. And then I also have a son who just moved to Flagstaff this year, and he and his wife are they are professors at the university in Flagstaff, Arizona. So that's exciting. Nice. And then the last picture is a group of people that came to one of our salad jar parties at my house. Great people. It was fun. Nice. Some of them are team members in there.
And babies are welcome.
Yes.
Always.
Babies are. I always say children are welcome in my house.
Nice. All right. Well, Cindy, so Cindy is like inches away from being a senior sales coordinator. And so that is one of the leadership positions in our company. Yes, you can cheer. Yay, it's coming, it's coming. And she has an awesome team that she's been helping and helping them to grow and teaching and training, and it's just grown and grown and grown, and it's great to watch. Over time it's exponential growth. And so I'm super excited that her numbers are like there. She just needs a little bit of structure, right? And anyway, so tell us what's got you excited, and how is it that your team is growing, and just talk to the people here. Any tips and advice? We really want to hear from you. And we want to celebrate in Sacramento.
Yes, thank you. I'm getting very excited. I had to, whenever you sent me the Voxer today and asked me about it, I was like, I'm not sure I know. It's nothing, that I've just been steady. Gloria Hare is my frontline upline, and her last name is Hare, so I always tease her that I'm the little turtle and I'm just plodding along, but I'm going to pass you is what I tell her. And she is so encouraging to me and always believes in me, so Gloria's been great for me. But I think my mind shift, I had I guess a year ago, maybe a little longer than that, just things didn't go well in my business. Maybe it's been 2 years. And there was a lot of traumatic things going on in my home, and family, with the family, and just a lot of things happening that my business kind of just took a dive. I was in the Tier 1 program, and I lost that, and I was losing customers, and distributors were just falling off. So my mind shift, I believe, I had to really think about what happened. And I think what happened was that I started thinking, what was I doing before that I'm not doing now? And I think there were so many new things happening and social media going on, and I was trying to learn all that I forgot who I was. And I found myself believing in others, but not believing that I could do it. So I just had a mind shift of, with the help of some very dear, close friends who believe in me and encourage me. So I had to do some self-growth and believing in myself. And then I started thinking, what were you doing before? Well, what I was doing before is one-on-one, face-to-face. I love people. So I just started loving on my team. I invite them to my house when I can, and we have either trainings at my house or just get-togethers. I started doing, I think 3 years in a row, I've done a Christmas party just for my team. And I make lunch for them, and I just try to honor them. And I just try to love them wherever they're at. And then you get some people. And then the other thing I started doing is if I didn't have any activity going on, I just started sending out texts to meet people for coffee. They could be sidelines. They could just be friends that I want to reconnect with. I was a teacher for 30 years. They could be customers. They could just anybody. I didn't care. I just started filling up a calendar with coffee dates. And that seemed to help motivate me to get started. So I think the biggest thing is just trying to stay connected. And then I get buddies. I have a sideline buddy and a frontline buddy. And we keep each other accountable, and we keep a calendar full. And so we are always doing events. They roll one after another. We're either doing great ones that we have, or customer appreciation ones. Those are very successful. Every time we have a customer appreciation, we just invite people to a coffee shop. We hand them a $5 gift card and tell them coffee's on us. And then we sit around the table and share stories. And before that's over, we've either got people that stop their Juice Plus, want to get back on it, people that were not distributors decide to be distributors, or we have people add things like add the omegas or add the complete. So we always have some kind of activity coming, no matter how many people show up at our appreciations. And but mainly lots and lots of face-to-face events, and that's what Jana's doing. She's just meeting people like crazy. She's just on fire, and she's on a run.
That's awesome. So she's just going out and spreading the word. That's Jana, who has 3 new team members.
Yeah, she's just meeting people daily, and it's all one-on-one. And I would have to say that everybody I don't really have anybody on my team that's using Facebook a lot. Not that we're not posting here and there and are sharing, but we're just having more success one-on-one. So
great. And then you have events that you invite them to, and you have pretty big.
Right, and we do like our big team, Wild West team with Gloria. She is so good at making sure that once a month we have a whole team event so that people can invite to that. Mm-hmm. And then one of my frontline leaders, Sherry Montoya, and we're always doing events together and inviting all of our team to those. So they always have something they can invite to.
What kind of events do you do with Sherry?
We've done salad jar parties. We've done the customer appreciation. We're going to do a Zoom Shred 10 event. We've even our big team, Wild West team, we just did this fall. We set up 4 Healthy Revolution ones where we invite people and we just show the video. My niece is a doctor. She's a chiropractor. We've had her speak. That always draws a big crowd. That's another one we've done.
So you just come up with things, right?
We've done smoothie parties. We've done wine and wellness parties. We've done, I don't know. We just whatever pops into our head. Sometimes we go in a restaurant. I just did one with a distributor on Sherry's team Friday night. She just called me at the last minute. She goes, "Can we do this event?" And I said, "Sure, I'll help you with it." So we went to a local Italian restaurant, and ordered a large pizza and had to cut up as small as they could, and said the pizza was on us. If they want anything else, they could order their own and a drink. And so one person ordered wine, but most people had water, and we just took the little One Simple Change book and talked through it. That was the event.
Anything from the event. Awesome.
Even last minute, we'll build it around one person.
Yeah, whoever wants to learn more, right? Good. Well, thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate it. And thank you to all of our special guests tonight. You guys are doing phenomenal. And Cindy, we can't wait to see you on stage. And Allie, congratulations on your VF. We can't wait to see you making your next moves. And everyone, keep sharing. You have an awesome gift, right? We wouldn't want to do without our Juice Plus, nor would we want to do without this community. So feel good about sharing this gift of hope, as Allie said. And so thank you so much for you guys tonight. And let me go ahead and stop the recording.